February the 12th, I stopped smoking at 12:30 p.m., did what you asked me to do, which was throw the cigarette away a half hour before I got here, and said, that's it. I've tried 4 times to quit smoking, and it's never worked. It's actually neat to be able to say, I still have not had a cigarette, and I haven't. It's not like I go around thinking, boy, oh boy, I wish I could have one. I don't, not at all. It's like, it's still that phase of all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, I think I should smoke right now, but then you go, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that. Yeah. So one of the things that you had said was, before I come to see you, if I'm going to have a cigarette, go ahead, but all I should do is smoke, not be on the phone, not work on the computer, not watching TV, not driving the car. Stop, watch the cigarette, and smoke. I was smoking 2.5 packs a day. It really hit me that much of my life was revolving around smoking, and I smoked through everything. The only times I didn't smoke, I told you, was when I was asleep or on an airplane. Everything else I did in my life, I had a cigarette in my hand. And another thing as part of the in your coaching was to try to figure out how much money I had spent in my lifetime on cigarettes, which took a lot of estimating. But the estimate that I came up with was over $82,000. I mentioned that to a friend of mine, my best friend. He says, I think it was more like 100 or above. And he's known me since pretty much when I started smoking. I'll say it controlled my life, but I know people say you have to want to quit. And I can't say that I really wanted to quit. I think I knew I have to quit, but not so much that I wanted to. And so I came to see you, and we went through our first session. And when I got home, I said to my wife, I said, okay, I don't feel like smoking. I know if I had done that, and if I wasn't seeing you, I would have gone back to cigarettes. Too many things were going on. But the strangest thing is, when we did the 3 sessions, I know the other times that I've tried to quit, my mental state revolved around, where's the cigarette? And I have not been that way this time. So I've actually reached out to people that I know that smoke, a couple of them, and said, you really, really need to try this. And I think they all understand, if I can do it, then anybody can quit smoking. For me to say that someone enjoyed cigarettes more than me, no way.
You loved them?
Loved them. I had total strangers that would come up to me and say, you make smoking look really comfortable. And people that I didn't know on the beach would say that to me. And when I was smoking, it was a total comfort factor. I never looked at a cigarette and went, I don't want this. It just didn't happen. I always wanted one. So for people to hear that I've quit, it's like they shake their heads and say, no way, really? and to call and ask, are you still not? And the answer is yeah, is really surprising to people.
Was it hard?
Surprisingly, no. And that's what really gets me. If it was as easy as it feels right now, I don't understand why I didn't do this years and years and years ago. But when I did try, and I did try hypnosis once, but in a group setting of 300 people where I had no faith or belief that it could work, and it didn't. But neither did the patch, and neither did Nicorette, and neither did cold turkey. I'd last a while, I'd eat a lot, and I'd go right back to cigarettes. And I would gain weight. And this, I don't understand this at all, but I haven't gained an ounce, which is very strange. And I'm not working out. It's just, I don't get it, but I haven't gained weight. I feel good. Every smoker would say, I could go back to it like that, and that's the truth. But I feel good about my wife and my kids and what they're saying and what they're feeling, like shaking their head thinking, I never thought this day would come, but I'm so happy it has. Hopefully I'm buying more time to spend with them as we all get older. I'll believe that I am. I don't know, but I'm not taking any more time away. It's just, it was a smart thing to do. For those people that, cost, my son smokes, I'll probably bring him here. I don't know how he affords it, the money he makes. For me, there was no problem cost-wise. That was not even a concern. But for a lot of folks, these are ridiculous numbers that people are paying for cigarettes. I got your name from my doctor, so I felt comfortable about taking that route. If I could say, if people knew me, if you really knew me, I would never, ever, ever be able to say this if this wasn't working. It's impossible. I would be sitting here with a cigarette right now, and I've been through. For me to be able to sit in my office and do work, I thought that is impossible. My left hand was on the phone. My right hand was either on a cigarette or a pen at all times. And that hasn't happened in, I don't know how many weeks now, from the 12th of February, and today's the 25th of March.
So no cravings?
Only at times. It's not, like I said, it's very strange. I'll walk past something and stop and go, I think I'm supposed to smoke now. And then you shake your head and go, no, you're not. but sitting around going, oh my gosh, I'm restless, I'm turning in my chair, I really want a cigarette. That has never happened since the 12th of February.
Wow.
Never happened. You sent me the relaxation tape and the quit smoking audio that we did. And I've listened to those numerous times, particularly if I just want to be relaxed, you know, on a weekend or something like that. But it's not like, oh God, I have to go listen to that tape or I'm not going to make it through the day. That hasn't happened. No.
And what about in this summer when you go to see your friends at the beach? What are they going to say?
They're going to be stunned.
Yeah? Not going to believe it?
No way. They have never known me to be a non-smoker, ever. Most people haven't. When I was smoking, people were saying to me, you can't smoke here. That's when I felt belligerent. I wanted to smoke there. Every doctor I met was so complimentary of the best thing I could have ever done was quit smoking. To stop, especially those that used to smoke.
You had tried to quit before?
4 times. Yeah, never worked.
What would happen?
I would for whatever reason, I'd last about 2 weeks. I would gain weight, and I would go right back to smoking. I don't know, and in 2 weeks, the nicotine should have been out of your system, but having gone through this process and met with doctors and done a few things, it depends on the person as to how long it takes for the habit to go away. The nicotine's gone, but it's the mental process. And if you think about what I was saying before, how many things do you do in your daily life that occupy 7 hours of your time? And the only thing that you could answer would be breathing. Yeah. Nothing else besides breathing do you do for 7 hours or more in a day. I was doing that. So to emotionally and mentally get that to go away, that was probably the problem before, the real struggle. And whatever it was that you did and we did here, I didn't have that happen this time. I don't know why. It wasn't because I was going, that's it, I'm positively quitting. Because at first, we would have conversations where you would say, I have to watch what I say. Or I would be hesitant. I think I can do this. Maybe I can pull it off this time. You know, hedging my bet. And then suddenly, maybe it was the following week, I was just saying, no, this is it. I'm not going to smoke. Maybe I surprised you when I came in for the second thing and said I had not had one. And it felt good to say that. Yeah. When you would ask, it felt good.
Great.
So
what was the hypnosis like? Was that scary for you, or was it okay?
It was absolutely not scary. I would come back, for every problem I have for the rest of my life, I'll probably come back and say, hypnotize me, make this problem go away. Because it's actually comforting. I thought, the image that I had was that you would put me to sleep, and as I said to you the one time, I'm not asleep. I'm just relaxed, and I'm listening to you. And even in the audio, your voice is very soothing, but it's like how you try to get me, or I guess others, into a location where there's a comfort and an okay feeling, and it's okay to put things away, okay to get rid of things that are problems. never, ever, ever was I scared, was I worried, was tense. I actually came back to you because I was having a lot of tension, I think, from just leaving my job and a lot of things going on. And so more for a sense of reducing a high level of anxiety. It had nothing to do with smoking. It was a totally different thing. But like I said, I'd come back for other problems at this point. In fact, before we leave today, my wife wants me to ask you about working with her on weight loss.
Okay.
So I'd say there's a lot of comfort factor that a wife would say to her husband, go ask a lady if she can help me lose weight. I just was afraid it wouldn't work. And also it wasn't like I was, okay, I'm definitely quitting. It was, I had this fear. But the fear stemmed from, I told you this, losing time with my children. Not spending, if suddenly it dawned on me that we're getting to a certain age, and if I'm doing something that means I'm not going to see them at some point, that's some point sooner than it had to be, that bothered me. That bothered me a lot. Or seeing grandchildren, or seeing a lot of things, but you know that there's a statement that I'm using more and more recently, that if someone told you you were going to pass away tomorrow, would you be mad about the work you didn't finish, or mad about the fun you didn't have? I think when I choose them, I'd be mad about the fun I didn't have. So it's time to have a little fun. Or more fun, more
Right.
time.
Yeah.
So,
Smoke free.
that's me.
So you're okay with the identity of being a non-smoker now? You
Oh,
feel
yeah.
comfortable
Oh,
as
yeah.
a non-smoker?
Yeah, I enjoy having people that I haven't seen in a while, telling them. And a lot of it now is done by email. So, like I said, it's the OMG
Yeah.
replies you get. Like, no way, him? No one would ever believe that I would quit smoking. Ever. It's funny, it's like I said, I go to certain places and I'll stop and go, wait a minute, I'm supposed to smoke here? And then go, no, I'm not. And it's not hard to go past there. It really isn't. I'm pretty comfortable with it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yep. So thanks.